Good morning students. Today we are going to start with the very first chapter of our course, which is Introduction to Accounting. Basically, this chapter will enable us to learn that what are the definition of accounting, what is the characteristics of accounting, what is the objective behind learning this subject, and what is the process of accounting, that how we will carry on with the recording, classifying and communication part. Branches of accounting deals with the different aspects in which this accounting is used, and what is bookkeeping. So today we are going to cover all these topics. So we will start with the definition of accounting, and the accounting definition says that it is a process of collecting, recording, summarizing and communicating the financial information. Students, do keep in mind that whatever words are written over here, these are very important, and basically these form the characteristics of the accounting. Like the collecting means that we should collect all the relevant information regarding the accounting. So we will collect only those transactions which are related to our business. So anything which is not related to our business will not be recorded in our books of accounts. Like if we have paid salaries, so it is a business expense, so it should be recorded in our books of accounts. Whereas if we have paid salary to our maid who is working in our home, so it is not a business transaction, it is for our personal purpose. So it will not be recorded in the books of accounts. So first of all, we have to collect all the relevant information which are related to our business. After that, we will record the transactions. So we will record only those transactions which can be quantified in terms of money. So anything which cannot be quantified in terms of money cannot be recorded in our books of accounts. For example, likewise, I had said that we have paid salary. So salary is paid in cash. It is quantifiable. Whereas if we compare two employees, one is good and one is bad, so we cannot account that in our books of account. Right? So we will only record those transactions which can be measured in terms of money. After this, we will summarize the transactions. And what we will do in a summary, that we will put together all the transactions under one head. Like if we have made the cash transactions, then all the cash transactions will be recorded in cash book. Fine. If we have made purchases, so all the purchases will be recorded under one head, which is purchase account. Clear, student? So in this manner, we will summarize the transactions under one head. We will record only the monetary transactions, and we will summarize in such a manner that all the transactions will be put under one head. And last is the communicating. What is communication, students? Communication is just conveying the message. So accounting provides us this tool also, that whatever is the health of the business, like we have incurred profits or losses, we have to communicate this to many stakeholders. Stakeholders are those persons who keep their interest in our business or who are associated with our business. So whatever our business results are there are communicating. So financial information is like the profit and loss account, which says or which tells about the profit and loss of the business, or which tells about the net worth of the business. Fine. And this thing will be communicated to the stakeholders. Fine. And for doing so, we use a tool which is known as the balance sheets or the annual statement. Annual statements. So by these tools we communicate these type of financial information with our stakeholders. Right? So moving ahead to the next topic, which is characteristics or the attributes. So what are characteristics or attributes of the accountant we are going to learn? So the very first characteristic is identification of financial transactions. Identification of financial transactions. As I told you that in our books of accounts we will only going to record those transactions which can be quantified in terms of money. Anything which is not measured in terms of money will not be recorded in our books of accounts. So we have to segregate the transactions. Apart from this, we will only take the business transactions. And as we have discussed, business transactions are those transactions which are related to our business. Like I told you, salary to the employee. So employee is for our business purpose. We will record the transaction. But salary paid to the maid is for our personal purpose. So we will not record that transaction in our books of accounts. Second attribute says measuring the identified transaction. Measuring the identified transaction. So it is just the elaboration of the first part. Measuring the transaction means it should be quantifiable. It should be measurable in terms of money. So like I have taken the example of two employees. Our employee can be a good employee and the bad employee getting the same amount of salary. So we should be concerned with the amount of salary we pay, and we cannot record the quality of the employee, that he is a good employee or a bad employee. The third characteristic says recording. Recording the transactions. Recording the transaction says that as we have identified the financial transactions or the business transaction and we have measured them in terms of money. So we have a bunch of transactions which should be recorded in the books of accounts. So now comes the recording part, that how these transactions should be recorded. And there is a process of recording these transactions. Likewise, we follow many processes. If we want to ride a bike, so what will be the process? First, we will put a key in that, then we will turn on the engine, then we will start or make a self into that, and with a combination of gear and accelerator, we will able to ride the bike. In the same manner, a set of processes to be followed for recording the transactions. We cannot skip any process. There is a flow chart for recording the transaction, and we have to follow the same process, right? And this thing we will continue, or we will learn in this part, the process of accounting. So we will discuss this in later part. The fourth thing is classification. Classification. Classification of transactions says that these financial transactions can be of many nature. Like when we do the accounting process, we follow different set of rules, and these rules classify the transactions. Likewise, some are of revenue nature, and some are of capital nature. So we classify them in revenue transactions or capital transactions, or if they are of income or profit or expenditures or losses. So there are many classification of the transactions. So accordingly, we should classify the transaction and put them into the appropriate space. Right? जैसे कि फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल कि सपोज कीजिए आपके घर में जब किचन में आप जाते हैं मसालेदानी होती है, उसमें अलग अलग तरह के स्पाइसेस होते हैं. सो आप ऐसा नहीं करते हैं कि जो उसके अंदर सॉल्ट होगा उसको आप किसी दूसरे स्पाइस में मिक्स कर दें. उस पर्टिकुलर जो बॉक्स होगा उसमें एप्रोप्रिएट स्पेस पे आप एप्रोप्रिएट स्पाइसेस को डालते हैं. In the same manner, we have a variety of transactions, and we put a set of transactions at a designated place only. Right? The next transaction is, or the next characteristic is summarizing. Summarizing the transactions. So under summarizing the transaction, we put a same set of transaction at one place. Right? So as I told you that all the cash transactions will be recorded in cash book. You will not find them anywhere in any other book. In the same manner, all the transactions related to the purchase of goods will be recorded under purchase account, and so on. Students, we will follow these things in our coming topics. So don't get panicked that we are not able to get in what is this. Just try to build up an understanding कि हम इस पूरे सब्जेक्ट में पढ़ने क्या वाले हैं. तो अभी तक हमने क्या बात करी? हम आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे ट्रांजैक्शंस को, उनको मेजर करेंगे, जो रेलेवेंट होंगी उनको रिकॉर्ड करेंगे. रिकॉर्ड किस तरीके से करेंगे? क्लासिफिकेशन करके कि वो इनकम है या एक्सपेंस है, वो कैपिटल नेचर का है या रेवेन्यू नेचर का है, और अकॉर्डिंगली हम उनको जब क्लासिफाई करेंगे तो बाद में समराइज करेंगे. ठीक है? और लास्ट में इसका इंटरप्रिटेशन करते हैं हम लोग, एंड अंडर इंटरप्रिटेशन वी कैलकुलेट दैट वेदर वी आर incurred profit or losses, and the last thing is we communicate. और ये कम्युनिकेशन किसके साथ होगा? इट शुड बी विद द स्टेक होल्डर्स. ठीक है? स्टेक होल्डर इज अ पर्सन हु कीप इंटरेस्ट इन अवर बिजनेस. सो इट कैन बी द बिजनेसमैन. बिजनेसमैन क्यों होगा? बिकॉज वो बिजनेस चला रहा है और वो प्रॉफिट और लॉसेस को लेना चाहता है. इट कैन बी द एम्प्लॉय. एम्प्लॉय हमारे बिजनेस में किस लिए जिज्ञासा रखता है? सो दैट ही विल एबल टू नो दैट इन द कमिंग ईयर will there be any salary appraisal or not, will he be able to get the bonus or not. Government is also a stakeholder because government is likely to know about the tax, that how much tax he are going to get in from our business. Bank is also a stakeholder because if we have taken loan from the bank or we have applied for the loan, so bank will be bank is likely to know whether we will able to repay this loan or not with the interest component. So all these things are characteristics of accounting. Next is the objective of accounting. Likewise, for performing any action, there is a purpose behind that. In the same manner, if we are making such a tedious task of making the account, then there must be some objective behind that. And the first objective is recording or maintaining the accounting records. Maintaining the accounting records. So what is this maintaining the accounting records? Basically, whatever transactions are there or whatever events are there, we should record them in our business so that we can able to calculate the actual profit and losses of our business. The second objective behind this is for having the information about our assets. About our assets. So students, before proceeding this, we should know the difference between the assets and the liabilities. Fine. So assets are those things on which we have our ownership right. Ownership right. That means we can use these assets as per our discretion, and because of the use of these assets, we will able to generate revenue. Fine. Like एक मशीनरी खरीदी हमने, मशीन इज अवर एसेट, बिकॉज इस मशीन को हम अपने हिसाब से यूज कर सकते हैं, और क्योंकि ये मशीन प्रोडक्शन करेगी तो उससे हम रेवेन्यू जनरेट करेंगे. फाइन. और वहीं पे अगर हम लायबिलिटीज की बात करें तो लायबिलिटीज आर ऑब्लिगेशन. Obligations are those things which we need to repay, like the bank loan. आपने बैंक से लोन ले लिया, अब ये आपकी लायबिलिटी बनती है, आपकी ऑब्लिगेशन है कि बैंक को रीपे करेंगे. इन द सेम मैनर, अगर आपने किसी से सामान उधार खरीदा है, आप क्रेडिट पे लेके आए हैं, तो अब आपकी ऑब्लिगेशन क्या है कि आप उसको रीपे करेंगे. ठीक है. तो लायबिलिटीज हमारी ऑब्लिगेशंस को अराइज करती हैं, और जो एसेट्स हैं वो नए रेवेन्यूज को जनरेट करेंगे. तो यहाँ पे जो ऑब्जेक्टिव है हमारा वो बोलता है इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट अवर एसेट, कि मेरे बिजनेस के अंदर कितने एसेट्स हैं, उसको मैं किसी भी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे जो है वो चेक कर सकता हूँ. जैसे कि मेरे को पता होता है कि बड़ी बड़ी मेरे पे कितनी मशीनें, कितनी गाड़ियां हैं, बट देयर आर सम मिसलेनियस एसेट्स आल्सो, जैसे कि स्पेयर टूल्स, स्पेयर पार्ट्स जो मेरे को नॉर्मली रूटीन में चाहिए होते हैं, तो उनकी भी इंफॉर्मेशन मैं रख सकता हूं जब अपने मैं प्रॉपर बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स को मेंटेन करके चल रहा हूं. द थर्ड थिंग इज डिटरमाइनिंग प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस, प्रॉफिट और लॉस ऑफ द बिजनेस. मैंने पूरे साल बिजनेस के अंदर काम किया. We have different set of events which we have performed in a financial year, and the basic objective behind any business is to earn profit, but it doesn't happen always. There may be a losses. So what is the accurate picture of profit or losses can be ascertained only by maintaining the books of accounting and doing the accounting in a proper manner. So it is become an objective of accounting to determine the actual position of profit and losses of our business. Next objective says that it helps in determining the financial position. financial position of the business. Now what do you mean by the financial position? Basically it talks about our assets and liabilities, that whatever our assets are there in the business and how much is our liability and what is our net worth of the business, कि हम कितने पैसे का काम कर रहे हैं. And the students always keep in mind that whatever is the total of balance sheet depicts your net worth of the business. अब इसको समझो. हम बोलते हैं कि लाइबिलिटीज में हमने पैसा उधार लिया किसी से. ये जो पैसा बोरो किया, इस पैसे से हम करेंगे क्या? या तो हम इस पैसे से मशीनरी खरीद कर लाएंगे, या फिर इस पैसे से हम गुड्स खरीद कर लाएंगे जिसको हम रीसेल करेंगे, जो हमारे स्टॉक बनाएगा. तो जितना पैसा हमने बोरो किया उतने पैसे की हमने एसेट्स इंक्लूड कर दिए. तो इस वजह से बोलते हैं कि दैट द टोटल ऑफ द बैलेंस शीट डिपिक्ट्स द नेट वर्थ ऑफ द बिजनेस एंड इट इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द अकाउंटिंग कि व्हाट इज द एक्चुअल नेट वर्थ ऑफ फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन ऑफ आवर बिजनेस. इसको एक चीज से और समझ सकते हैं कि it may be a situation that in our business there is excess of cash and then also